What's going on, guys? This is Uche Njoku, Sneaker Principal, and I'm doing something that I try to avoid doing, which is pre-recording videos. I am much better at doing live streams than I am doing pre-recorded videos. However, last night I did go live and something happened that was annoying throughout the whole entire process. My face kept on blurring, which means that the autofocus on my camera kept on skipping my face and focusing on the background. I just couldn't figure out what was going on. So this morning I went into YouTube University, did some research, and I think I have the answer. So let's start.
And now he's been promoted. His job, principal.
So what's going on, everyone? So a couple of things I think I have to tell you about. First thing is this. What am I using? I'm using the Canon EOS R, which is an amazing camera. It's 3 years old, but it's still a beast of a mirrorless camera. It's not. I have the R6. I ordered the R5, but this right here is the only camera I would ever use, for me personally, in recording video, especially for streaming. So an amazing camera. But last night, what happened was my face kept on going out of focus. I couldn't figure out what was going on, and this morning I watched some videos, and I think I might know what it is. First thing is I have a tendency of using my hands. I do this and I start doing it with my hands. So what happens is after a while, the camera loses my face and focuses on my hand. I come back down. It takes some time for it to focus back on my face. So I have to work very hard and keep my hands out of the video, unless I absolutely have to. But I can't keep it up here forever, because if it blocks away from my face, then guess what happens? The camera has to find something else to focus on. So I'm working very hard to keep my hands to the table and just out of the video. The other thing too is this. The autofocus requires that the camera can detect the biometrics of my face, knowing, it's separate from the background. So my eyes, my nose, my mouth, all the things that makes up a face. So whenever you're recording, you want to make sure you have enough lighting. The lighting is enough so that the camera can actually detect what it's supposed to be detecting. And I noticed that from all the videos I was watching, that was something that was very, very common, was the fact that people who use autofocus tend to have a much brighter space. If I wanted to, what I was doing before with a much darker space, what I should have done is go manual and then set my focus to where I'm sitting and let it be and keep it in manual. But because I'm using the facial detection focus on the camera, I have to have enough light. So some of my older videos tend to be darker. But even right now, as I'm recording in daytime, so there's a lot more light in the room. But it's something I'm going to be working on to see if that makes a difference. I think it will make a difference. The other thing too is contrast, making sure that I am separate from the background. That's one reason that the 3-point light system is very, very important. I have my main key light in front of me. I have a line light over here, and I have a hair light behind me coming down from the back to kind of put me in a pocket of light to make sure that I'm very, very visible in my space. So I've done that so far, and hopefully this video is much better. I'm kind of like using my peripheral to look at my camera, and I'm noticing that I've been pretty much focused the whole entire time. So I think that's the answer. I'm going to do this a couple more times, and hopefully my blurring in and out stops. And those of you who've been wondering, I think, the solution. Keep your hands out of frame. You want to make sure your face is very, very clear. There's enough lighting. You almost want to be whatever in your mind you think is perfect lighting. Take it one step above. Just a little bit more light. Especially when you're looking at your ISO and you're looking at your exposure, just expose a little bit more. You don't want to have your image completely washed out, but you definitely don't want to have it too dark. You want to make sure your camera is able to keep locked on your face. I think that's it. So with that being said, hopefully this was helpful for someone out there. Be well, and I'll talk to you guys soon. All right, peace.
And now he's been promoted. His job, principal.